Crisco Kidd in the house. What's up, homie?
What's up? What's up?
Are you in your office?
Yes, sir. This is my home.
Mikey, we got to send this guy a poster. He don't got a poster of me up there.
You know what? I do need one.
Crisco Kidd.
Hey, I understand you've had Baby Bash on Sugar. How you get so fly? That's my guy right there, man. I've been doing a record label with Bash. He's been helping me. He's killing it, man. We dropped Chicano Soul Shop Volume 1, did well. Right now we're dropping a song called If You Don't Mind by Trish Toledo and Cota the Barber.
I was about to ask you because I see the Bashtown Trejo music collaborations. Y'all got a good sound, a sound that it's not competing with so many other people trying to sound the same. You've created your own lane. Respect.
Yeah, and it's cool. I got a little girl, Jasmine, and her name's Aurora Torres, and she looks and sounds just like Selena Holmes.
Oh.
I swear to God. It's like, I mean, we went and entertained the kids from Long Beach that are all there, all the little immigrant kids.
Yeah.
And they were all, mira, parece Selena, mira. And wow, they were crying. It was like heavy, man. And I got a Twixie, Diana Gonzalez, and she's been with me since she was like 17. And then Tara New. I love Tara. Tara looks like a little gabachita, right? She looks white, but she's half Mexican. She grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas, and she always says, I said, well, what happened? She said, well, the white girls didn't like me because I was Mexican. The Mexican girls didn't like me because I was white. And what'd you do? She said, I learned how to fight. And then she says, but then when I started playing music, everybody liked me. And so she used music to stop fighting.
Yeah, you said so much right there. I want to just unpack a couple of things because Danny Trejo, you being the ex-Conda icon involved with so many different things. Just first of all, let's go back because the book is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Trejo, My Life of Crime Redemption in Hollywood. Wow. I haven't finished it, but I'm on chapter like 23, 24. I'm almost there. But I did go to the end and just the last chapters and how you bring everything together. I almost feel like I know too much about your life, if that makes sense. You're so open, so transparent, and just congratulations on a book that is well done, sir. God almighty.
I owe Donal Logue. Donal Logue's a good friend of mine. And I had a couple of people try to help me write this book, but they were English literature majors and they didn't know how to get to the streets. They would change a couple of words. Prolific. What the hell's a prolific? You know what I mean? Right. And so Donal Logue, he grew up in El Centro. He grew up right next to the border. That's not only the streets, that's the alleys.
Right.
Okay. And so when we got together, it's like divinely inspired because I met him in 1991 at the Hollywood Drug and Alcohol Center. And it was at 12 o'clock at night, late meeting. I walked in and I said, hey, what's up, Holmes? How you doing? He, what do you mean? How am I doing? Kid was so angry, and I've known angry, right? I've known angry that had to be locked up in prison. And this guy, I thought, oh man, somebody's gonna kill this kid. You know. Later on, I meet him in a movie set called Reindeer Games, and we became lifelong friends. You know, and he's probably I trusted him. If you read the book, you know my Uncle Gilbert. I trusted him as much as I trusted my Uncle Gilbert.
Right. You know, I want to ask you, what do you hope? Because I saw on your Instagram post where you talk about like what people would be surprised to learn about you through the book. But we have a thing called the Crisco Kidd Book Party. We started it this year. We feature a book. And by the way, we'll be featuring Trejo for the month of July. You are going to be our book. But what do you hope people get from it? Not that they're surprised to learn. What do you want everyone to walk away with after reading or listening to your book?
It doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you end. And I really, really believe that. And I think I can remember making a deal with God. Let me die with dignity and I'll say your name every day and I'll do whatever I can for my fellow inmate. I said inmate because I never thought I was getting out of prison. But he fooled me, man. And by the grace of God, August 23rd, 1969, Mad Dog Madden, the parole board member that let me out of. He said, okay, we're going to give you a chance to spread your wings. That's exactly what he said. He said, bring us back a life sentence. In other words, they were tired of messing with me, because if you don't have a life sentence, you go to board every year. And he said, when you got a life sentence, you go like every 15 years, and by the grace of God, man, it's like, you know what? I've been out since 1969, August 23rd, and I ain't looked back, and I've kept my end of the bargain. And I asked God a couple of days ago, hey, Diosito, how am I doing? He said, you're doing good. Keep it up. You're almost out of hell, cabron. So
yeah.
I'm working.
And Danny, that's exactly what I was going to talk to you about, because some people call the last chapter the end of the book. I read all the way through an epilogue, and that's exactly how you end your book, where you say you talk to God, and your relationship seems to be based on, am I doing the right thing, or what could I do better? Whether it's helping out the kids at a children's hospital, whether it's going to the border, like you talked about just a few minutes ago, and or going to the holding facilities and talking to migrant children. You had MC Magic, you had Baby Bash, Frankie J, so many different people out there.
Trish Toledo, they love Trish.
Yes.
And Trish, it's funny. Trish sang a song in Spanish. So did Jasmine, and they loved them, man. Because they all just sang along with her.
Yeah. What do we all need to be aware of, I guess, about what's happening in the facilities, and how can we become more engaged to make sure that they're maybe not being held so long, or that people can stay together as a family union? Is there anything we can do?
They're all being taken care of really well. They let us tour the facility. It reminded me of the first day I went to camp, but in the pen, and all the beds were nice. It's like, it's up to you. And they're being treated. They feed good, and they need clothes. They need, all you got to do is call and ask, what do you need, man? And I you know what, it's overwhelming. I mean, to watch these kids that haven't smiled since they've been there, and people, well, how could their mothers drop them off at the border? Because when they're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, the cartels are snatching them, and they're finding little Chicanas, little girls from Honduras, little girls from Guatemala in Iran, because they traffic them. Yeah. Well, they're a commodity. So mama's saying here, Diosito, help my kid, please, because I me la van a matar, So we in Long Beach, there was almost all girls, and when we went to Pomona, it was mixed. But literally, it's like moms are trying to save them from a fate worse than death. Right.
Trafficking and so many other things. So, but I just want to salute you and thank you for doing that, because anytime somebody can take time out of their days, their favorite celebrities, their favorite athletes, favorite musicians, I mean, when they take the time, I know it brings a smile to them.
I got to tell you, man, everybody, Frankie J, Trish Toledo, Baby Bash, Tara New, Jasmine, Twixie, Trish Toledo, all of them. They came on their own dime. I didn't, it didn't cost me any money. It didn't cost the state any money. It didn't cost anybody any money. I just paid for a dinner. That's it. And it was unbelievable. When I was looking at everybody who had given their time, Cota, they love Cota. But when they were giving their time, it was just like, wow, these people all just God just went, orale, you guys are all right.
Yeah, man. Danny, you said you're buying people's dinner. I want to touch on the Trejo Tacos right quick, because it's still a staple in LA. You got so many projects that you're involved with. I mean, Danny, we have Trejo Tacos. We have your CBD.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit worked. Look at it. I had shoulder surgery. Shit, I'm bouncing around now. I'm going to throw out the pitch at Dodger Stadium. Right here, Jay.
There you go. Yes. Trejo Tuff. Yeah. So how does that work? For the people that don't know about CBD, because there seems to be conception that it's all marijuana based. And if you don't believe in smoking marijuana or whatever, I'm just going to stay away from CBD. Give them the educated point of view, please.
whatever's bad about marijuana, I don't know what's bad about it, but they take out. I don't smoke, but I know people that do, and they seem to be doing very well. They're not robbing, stealing, beating up their wives, and it's so funny. Marijuana is probably the only non-violent drug there is.
Right. But not according to the Olympics. It's a performing enhancing drug.
Are you kidding? Shit. It's like, if anything is that, I just want to smoke a Camel, sit back, the giggle and eat potato chips. But the reason medicine doesn't want it to come in is because they can't regulate. Wait a minute. I can't write a prescription for this. I can't charge you $460 for this. Do you understand? And so, because, you don't need a hospital visit to get it. Yeah.
Exactly. Unless you're going to, what's his name, Dr. Green Thumb or Dr. somebody right there on Venice Beach. He'll give you the prescription if you need it and get your car the same day, man. The same day. Danny, what else are you working on? I know we got the book out that's for my people.
The book, I got that record label, Trejo's Music, and I sponsor a little fighter named Seniesa Estrada, right? Super bad, WBC, WBA champ of the world.
Yes.
And, she's awesome, man. And she just won again last Friday, man. It was an awesome fight. 10 rounds. And God, she's tough. 108 pounds. Gloves almost weigh as much as she does.
When you're choosing a fighter, when you're choosing an artist to work with, any TV projects like Meet the Blacks, the number 2, that's Al, or even the Casa Grandes, when you choose these roles or these people to collaborate with, what's the thought process? Like, what do you see that they can bring to you and you can bring to them, or how do you go about that?
Let me just say this, and actors hate it when I say it, but to me, acting is just a platform for what I really want to do. And what I want to do is I want to get people out of juvenile hall. I want to get people out of penitentiaries, and acting helps me to get into Congress to talk, helps me get anywhere. Because, here's that guy. I want a picture with him. And so I don't care. I'll play a tree if they want me to. Just if you want to put fruit on the tree, it's going to cost you a little more money. But that's it. It's a job. It's like a house painter, plumber, electrician. It's all, I'll do whatever you got. You know what I mean? And just make sure the check clears. And
make sure the check clears.
And my agent, we do student films, because people that are just trying to get their stuff made. You know what? I'm going to tell you, everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. I wouldn't be in the restaurant business if I didn't do a favor for somebody. There was a director named Craig Moss who had a low budget movie, and he was trying to get it made, but he needed a name. So they came to me. And I got a flick for about 25 grand over here. I'm looking at this. My agent, Gloria Hinojosa, smart lady. She says, Danny, I think this might turn into something. You might want to consider this. Yeah, but we got a big 2.5 over here, girl. But listen, I know it's about money, but this could turn into something really big. And then you know how women are when you're not going to do. Okay, well then, all right. Haga lo que quieres. A mí no me importa. And all right, so we do this dumb movie. I thought it was movie called Badass. Turns into a trilogy. I make 4 times the money I was going to make over here. Plus, I run into a producer who saw that I like good food. I don't eat processed food. You won't catch me buying a burrito. I eat good food. You know what I mean? There's places I will buy a burrito from because they're good. Yeah? But he says, Danny, why don't you open a restaurant? And jokingly, I said, Trejo Tacos. So we did Badasses for more money, and then Badass on the Bayou for a lot more money with Danny Glover. And he brings me a business plan. I open it. It's like 8 pages, 12 pages. I open it. No killing in the first page. I gave it to Gloria. She read it, and she goes, ¿Sabes qué? There's no brainer. Right. Because everybody that wants you to do something, usually it's, we got 25 grand up front. They weren't asking for money. And I said, okay, but I want a part in what we serve, okay? Everything. I want a part in what we serve. I want to examine the food. Okay, fine. So I eat there. I send friends in there. It's so funny because when I send friends in there incognito, they call me and say, Danny, stop sending your friends. They're scaring everybody. Tattoo of San Quentin right here. So, but I've never gotten a bad report. I've never gotten a bad, what do you call the guys that star
the critics and all that, and they give the stars and all that.
In fact, what's his name? Anthony Bourdain says, I won't eat any place in LA, but I love this place. Yeah.
Love those tacos. Yeah. There we go. Hey, Danny Trejo, thank you so much for breaking the chapters down in our conversation. You gave us a little bit, and I feel like there's so much more. That
Donal Lowe's got 4,000 more pages that we did, and he just, we just didn't want to do a book of 5,000 pages. So we're just looking.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's so much more, but definitely you gave us something to see and understand your legacy, how you became the baddest of the bad, the ex-con, the icon on the screens and just in the community. And we appreciate you, everything that you do and you contribute. And
I'm telling you right now, homie, this is what's up. I'm going to bring Jasmine Torres, Diana Gonzalez, and Tara New to your radio station one of these days. Plus, if you don't mind, that's a bad song by Trish Toledo and Cota the Barber. And my pal, Baby Bash, and I will go to your station as soon as everything's opened up.
Yeah, we need you. You got to stay safe out there, man. You're a national treasure, Danny. We got to protect you at all costs.
Thank you, homie.
I appreciate you.
God bless you.